Hey guys, my name is Brittany of Britzy Thrift. I'm a reseller on Poshmark as well as eBay, and welcome back for another What Sold video. This one is going to be for the month of August. So now in September, which is awesome. I'm starting to feel those fall vibes of like October or whatever coming. So I'm getting excited. I can feel like the weather has gotten just a little bitty bit cooler earlier in the mornings and in the evenings. So really excited about that. Also, September is my birthday month. So as of September the 8th, I am officially 37. So thank you, God, for protecting me for 37 long years. Also, I am in the third month of my no buy. So if you missed my last video, I did explain that the last time I went shopping at a thrift store to source was in June. So September, this is gonna be my third month of no buying, still going strong. Having some weak moments where I really miss it and I really want to go and just browse, but I'm trying to stay strong and just like make it consistent, consecutive months of no shopping, give my inventory a chance to like go down and my bank account to go up, and just, exercise some self-control, so that's where I am. But let's go on and get into what sold in August for me. So the first thing that sold in August was this Squishmallows. This is called Aaron, and it's a gorilla, and it was a smaller sized plush, because I know they make them in like small, medium, large, and they even make like the little bitty keychains. I picked this up at a time when I was trying to get into more stuffed animals and plush, and I'd heard a lot about Squishmallows, but now they're kind of like, there's a lot of them, so I wouldn't pick them up even if I saw that the comps look good. It's so many of them, and I feel like you have to really know what you're doing, almost like, Beanie Babies or something. So anyway, I was surprised that this one sold. It sold for $24, and I got $19.20. Then I sold this bundle of Old Navy shorts. They were both a size 4X, and they were lounge shorts. One was pink, and the other one was sort of like this paisley polka dot short. Both look very comfortable, stretchy. This sold for, offer price was $30, and I got $24. And both of these shorts came from the $2 bin, so I spent $4. Here's a brand I never heard of before, but I believe when I found them, it's a pair of men's jeans, and they were hanging next to another brand that I am familiar with that is considered more of a quality pair of jeans. But this one I wasn't so sure about, but it did feel like quality. So this is Weiss made. And this was a 32 by 34. This was the Sam Blue Button Fly Selvage Cotton Jeans. They sold for $85, and I received $68. Keep in mind, on average, I do usually just spend about $5 on my items. Maybe sometimes I go up to like 6 or 7, maybe 10 for a coat, but typically you can just tell yourself that I spent $5 on pretty much anything. Another pair of men's, well, not jeans, but pants. This is Todd Snyder. These are size 32. They're button fly pants in sort of like this beige cream color. They sold for $40, and I got $32. Todd Snyder has sold for me very well. I only find it every now and then, but whenever I do, I usually get excited because it always moves. I don't have any that are just sitting around. Then I sold this pair of Mephisto size 12 and a half Spinnaker leather airbag cool air something brown men's shoes. They sold for $50, and I got $40. Another Squishmallow sold. This one is a 16-inch, and this is called the Dalton Dragon Plush Stuffed Animal. So this one was a bit bigger, sold for $12, which is fine. I got $9.05, and I was just happy to kind of get it out of my inventory because it was taking up a lot of space. And I'm realizing that Squishmallows I'm having the same problem with Squishmallows as I do with like pillows. It seems like a good idea at the time, but then when it's time for me to ship it, I have a really hard time like really packing it in there because it's like it's fighting me back, and I just don't enjoy it. So I just wanted to get this out of my inventory so I would have more space in my storage unit, and $12 was just fine for me. Next, I sold this Sweaty Betty size large after class tie-dye sweatshirt, sold for $25, and I got $20. Then I sold this new Tag Gap size 6 or size 28. These are the cheeky straight high-rise silver metallic pants for $25, and I got $20. And I thought those would be really cool for like, you know, New Year's or like some kind of celebration, more so going into the season that we're going into where people want to wear like silver and, you know, just sparkly things, metallic things. Then I sold this Nubatag Uniqlo size large. This was a black Arism cotton short sleeve tee dress, sold for $25, and I received $20. Here's a Walmart pickup. This is a 3-pack of Hanes size large low rise bikini underwear or panties, and these were like holiday colored, so they had like the really pretty red and green, you know, and this sold for $12. Got a 5-star rating, and she said great colors, I love them, and thank you. So I think I probably didn't pay any more than $2 for those. It was on the clearance rack, and I fell in love with the colors too because I like Christmas, and so I'm glad that someone, you know, bought them from me that felt the same way. Here's a pair of shorts from the $2 bin. These are Pop Flex is the name of the brand. These are extra large pink pair of shorts. They sold for $27, and I got $21.60. Then I sold this Nubatag pair of double RL, Ralph Lauren double RL, sorry, that's what's in the title and I just said it. Size large lined knit jogger pants. These kind of had a fall sort of color to them, like a orangey green color. Sold for $100, and I got $80. And this was my first time ever finding the double RL Ralph Lauren anything. I've always been on the lookout for it. I've always heard of it, but this was my first time finding it, so I was excited to get it and sell it. Here's a really cool pair of Crocs. They are in this cream color. These are a size men's 8, women's 10. They're called the Mellow Recovery Closed Toe Slide In Clog Shoe. They just looked extremely comfortable, and I can see why they're called the Recovery because it looks like, you know, definitely you would be comfortable in these. Sold for $20, and I got $16. Another pair of Crocs. So this is a size 6 slide-in black sandal Crocs, so not a clog, but sold for $30, and I got $24. Then I sold this J. Crew Gwyneth lace trim slip skirt in textured satin. This sold for $55, and I got order earnings of $44. And this was the largest. I remember I picked up 3 on this day, so I think the other 2 are extra small. And I kind of expected this one to sell first because it's the medium. So already I've gotten, you know, my money back plus plenty of profit, and I can't wait to sell the other 2. Then I sold this Ariat Tech size medium. This was called the Sunstopper Cross Country Equestrian Quarter Zip Pullover. Very pretty with the green, and it had like horses and I think like just green pastures all over it. Very pretty. Sold for $40, and I got $32. Next, I sold this Gun Totin' Mama's cherry red tooled leather concealed carry bag. This sold for $35, and I got $28. And I remember it was so pretty because it had like the tooled floral, you know, flowers on the surface and everything. Very pretty and functional, of course. Then I sold this Nubatag Express size 4 high-rise maxi patchwork two-tone denim skirt for $38, and I got $30.40. I sold this Driftwood size 29 floral embroidered jeans for $35, and I got $28. Next, I sold this Nubatag Adidas Adizero Climalite sleeveless PU suit. I've had this for a really long time. I got this from Ross, I think, for 49 cents. Actually, I think it was even less than that. Because I remember thinking I didn't think that they went any less than 49 cents. So I don't know if it was like 10 cents on the tag. It was something crazy that I've never seen, but that's what I paid for it. Sold for $45, and I got $36. Next, I sold this pair of Nubatag Chico's 1.5 or US 10R Soutache pull-on jegging black jeans. They had sequins on them. Sold for $32, and I got $25.60. I sold this new with tag American Rag C Holland 20W distress cutoff blue jeans. I think I got these from Ross as well. Sold for $15, and I got $12. I would not pick those up again. I think they're very affordable, and I probably just threw them in the cart because they were cheap, you know, at Ross, and I was like, oh, I could probably flip them, but I do think that I've had them for quite a while, so I wouldn't pick up that brand again. Next, I sold this pair of Vuori size extra large orange ripstop pants for $20, and I got $16, so Vuori, it moves, but it's not like for a lot. So I'm fine with like, I wouldn't pick up too much Vuori. I don't know. If you want something for bread and butter, that's fine. Some people swear by it, but like it just doesn't move like that for me, or at least not for like a lot of money. Next, I sold this Patagonia size medium Moon Dance Adventures green short sleeve t-shirt for $17, and I got $13.60, and I think I got this from by the pound, so I probably paid like cents for it. Then I sold this Frank and Eileen size medium T-Lab paint splatter white sweatpants for $93, and I got $74.40, and I believe I pulled these out of the $2 bin, so that was really good. I sold this really cute pair of no brand chunky platform size 9 white cage strap buckle sandals for $33, and I got $26.40. Then I sold this pair of Gola size 8 Daytona Safari trainer leopard shoes for $22, and I got $17.60. This was something that I got listed when I went on to my no buy. It's something that I had in like a bag somewhere, and for the longest time I hadn't gotten like that little bundle of shoes listed. This is one of the first ones that I listed, and it's already out the door, so that's awesome. Then I sold this Oysel size medium half zip hoodie for $20, and I got $16. This is another $2 bin pickup. So this is Carved Designs. This is a size 8 Tencel organic cotton blend brown pair of shorts for $30, and I received $24. Then I sold this Nubatag Spanx size large silver linings kick flare white pull-on pants for $40, and I got $32. So I read somewhere that the whole thing of you don't wear white after Labor Day is no longer a thing. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because I was a little worried about like my white stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, nobody's going to buy it. But, you know, in August, somebody bought a white pair of pants. So that's cool. Then I sold this set by JoyLab. This is a tie-dye size small, medium. I think the top was a small and the leggings were a medium. Just leggings and sports bra set. Sold for $20, and I got $16. So I'm sure I pulled it out of the $2 bin, but I'm just not sure if I got charged $2 per piece or if it was just $2 for the whole set. But either way, I did get my money back. This next one goes to show that even if something is not in perfect condition, it can still sell. So this is a Nubatag Eileen Fisher size extra large boiled wool funnel neck box top sweater. It did have a couple of teeny tiny holes in it, almost like it had been hanging in somebody's closet, and you know, moths or whatever started to get to it. So I disclosed all of that. I held it up to the light and took pictures of where I was seeing like the beginning stages of holes. It still sold for $85, and I received $68. I think I saw the other ones selling for closer to like $200 or something. So $85 for, you know, a sweater with holes in it is awesome. You know, it's all about sustainable fashion. So the fact that this person is still interested in it is just awesome, you know. Then I sold this pair of Hunter size 5 navy blue tall rain boots. I remember when Hunter was like such a big deal, and you know, now not so much, but there's always someone that, you know, it's not about the trend. It's just simply what they like to wear. So I was like, yes, I've had them for a while. You know, the trend came and went, but I finally found someone that's interested in them. These sold for $30, and I got $24. Next, I sold this pair of Current Mood size 10 black platform combat boots for $49, and I got $39.20. So I was kind of excited about this sale because I like the brand Current Mood. I think I've sold it before and it performed well. And I was like, yes, somebody's going to get their Halloween goth moody thing, you know, going. It's that season. So I was like, okay, cool. The black one sold. I have another pair that are very similar, but they're more like iridescent rainbow color, like metallic. So I'm still waiting on a home for those. We'll see, but at least this pair has found its new home. This is Unbound Merino. This is an extra large short sleeve polo shirt that sold for $55, and I got $44. And this is a brand that I've only ever found once, but I knew that it would perform well because the one time I found it before, it was just a t-shirt, and I remember it got so much attention, and I was impressed by whatever it was that it sold for. and I haven't seen it since until this piece. So I snapped it up immediately. Same thing, it got a lot of attention, and then I got this offer for $55. So if I ever see any more Unbound Merino, I will definitely get it when I start shopping again. Of course, I have to check the comps because I'm still trying to like see how far I can get with this no buy. Then I sold this Alpha Forward size 2XL purple lounge shorts for $35, and I got $28. Actually, this is still in transit, and I am just realizing that I made a boo-boo on these, so there may be a case that gets opened up. I don't know why I put in that it was... Oh, no, I didn't make a boo-boo. Okay. I was thinking that these were a used pair of shorts, and I was like, why did I say they were new with tags? And now that I'm looking through the photos, I'm seeing the tag, and I'm like, okay, so they were new with tags. But I was just thinking like, oh God, that's going to be a case when they get them and find out that they're not new with tags. So I'm good. I'm cool. Next, I sold this pair of Athletic Works Memory Foam size 12 4E, which is a wide width in men's black sneaker shoes. They're kind of like work shoes, like, you know, maybe if you work in a restaurant and you want something that's like slip resistant and comfortable. These sold for $25, and I received $20. And I think I bought these from Walmart for $5, and I believe that it said that they normally sell for like $17, but I wanted to try to resell them anyway because they seem like they were kind of an odd width, which, I mean, not odd, but like it would be something that a specific buyer would have to look for. So I said either that's going to backfire on me where nobody's going to want them, or they're going to sell quickly. Very soon after I got them listed, here comes the right buyer. So I'm so glad that, you know, I did pick them up. Next, I sold this New Attack Game Bibs size small gold black striped overalls for $50, and I received $40. And I think that usually this brand makes, you know, like things with teams on them, like whatever your favorite team is. These were just gold and black striped, so they were plain, but somebody was interested in them, and I thought they were really interesting. So then I sold this pair of, then I sold this Hatch size 2 black maternity pants for $40, and I got $32. This is a Jim Thompson tie 100% silk kimono orange green collar robe. It sold for $65, and I got $52. This is something that I just so happened to pick up on the fly. I thought it looked interesting and pretty, and I checked the comps, and the comps looked good, so I knew that I might have to wait a little bit, but it wasn't that long that I had to wait until the right buyer finally came along, and they did, so that was a good pickup that day. Next, I sold this BP plus Wild Fang size 20 olive branch green straight leg pants for $30, and I got $24. I think they still had the Nordstrom or the Nordstrom rack tag on them. Then I sold this Lily Pulitzer silk breast cancer awareness pink floral butterfly scarf for $7, and I got $4.05. So this is something that I picked up out of the $2 bin. I think it might have had like a couple of little spots on it, which I disclosed. So I'm glad to have sold it and got my money back plus some profit. And also October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, in case you did not know. So now you are aware. Then I sold this. This is a vintage New Attack Excelled Collection size 18 100% brown leather skirt. Sold for $65, and I got $52, and it did get a lot of attention. I did some price drops on it, but nobody ever bit, and finally I got the $65 offer, and I was like, this is so cool. This skirt was very well preserved, never worn, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I hope that she enjoys it. It says it's delivered, but you know, I hope she enjoys it. Then I sold this Sabrina Carpenter size 2XL short and sweet tour hoodie for $90. It did get a lot of attention, and then it stopped getting attention, but she recently came out with a new album, and so it started getting attention again, and so I was kind of tired of looking at it, so I just kind of took the first offer that came in, and off it goes. Then I sold this New Attack Juicy Couture size small black velvet pajama set for $40, and I got $32, and I think I spent up on this from TJ Maxx because I went in January, and I believe this is one of the things that I got, or was it Marshalls? TJ Maxx or Marshalls, but anyway, I probably paid like $16 for it. So I got my money back, but would I do it again? No. I was trying to follow the whole Juicy Couture velour tracksuit trend, and I think that was a risk. Luckily, I finally got my money back, but I wouldn't do it again. Then I sold this Patagonia size large Capilene green short sleeve men's t-shirt for $12, and I got $9.05, another $2 bin pickup, so it's great. I also sold this We The Free size 29 blue bell bottom flare jeans for $20, and I will get $16. Okay, and let's see what we got on eBay. So the first thing to sell on eBay, I believe, was an international sale. I think it went to Australia. This is a Banana Republic size small modular system 4-pocket jacket for men. It sold for $50, and I got $35.44. So the really cool thing about the international selling on eBay is that if the person wants to return it, eBay will take care of it. It will not affect you. Like, they just give you your money back. They give the person their money back or whatever, but it doesn't, you are not losing that money. So as far as I know, unless something has changed, but that's just the last thing that I remember. So I kind of get happy about international sales. Next, I sold this J. Crew size 6 blue velvet schoolboy blazer jacket for $50, and I got $35.87. So it seems like people are starting to get ready for like the whole metallic thing, the whole velvet thing. I'm still waiting for like a really good corduroy sale though. Then I sold this Newitag Talbot's size 12 petite crochet lace shift dress for $49. And I received $35.49, and I hope that the person who received this was satisfied with it. They said that they were purchasing it for their mother, who is 91, and she was going to be wearing it to a birthday party, and she wanted to make sure that she was going to get it in on time. We had a little bit of trouble trying to make sure the address that she wanted it sent to was in the system correctly, but once we got it there, it was off. So I hope that her mother enjoyed wearing this dress to the party. Then I sold this pair of men's Alberto size 32 by 32 stone modern fit luxury T400 something jeans for $40, and I got $27.80. And I believe someone messaged me about this. I had it priced higher, but after she messaged me, I just went on and sent her this offer. So this is a Allie Miles size large 100% linen top. I sold it for $28, and out of that I got $17.78. I also sold this Newitag Lily Pulitzer size medium. This is the Tasha dress in Galaxy Blue, sold for $75, and I received $58.47. This is a very beautiful, typical Lily Pulitzer vibrant dress. Absolutely stand out and beautiful. Then I sold this new in box Quickies in the Bed Adventure Challenge game. So it's, well, Anywho, I received $15.59. And I don't know if I said what it actually, $25. Then I sold this Painted Pony size large red tapestry floral open front jacket for $49. And I received $35.49. I've had luck with that brand before, Painted Pony, so that's why I wanted to try it again. I have another jacket by Painted Pony that's even prettier than this one, so I'm waiting to see, if I'm going to be able to sell that one soon. And lastly, I sold this Newitag Free People Cobalt Dreams blue striped ribbed beanie knit hat for $30. And out of that, I got $20.69. This was a $2 bin pickup. And I'm not sure why it took so long for it to sell. It was Newitags. It's a pretty blue color. I don't know, but finally it sold for this season for $30 on eBay. Thank God for cross-posting. Whatever doesn't sell on another platform will pick it up. So that's it. I had a pretty good August, actually, and I'm hoping that it gets even better because, we're starting to move towards the fourth quarter. The last 3 months of the year is when people do most of their shopping, especially for like the holidays, Halloween. You'll see costumes probably starting to go. just whatever New Year's outfits, all those things like that. So I'm excited. I'm hoping that if I can stay out of the thrift store, it would be amazing for me to go into 2026 with a bang. Like, I will have given my store, my reselling store, plenty of time to sort of rejuvenate. I've given myself a break from it, just to reassess what's working and what's not. It'll give my inventory more, like a lot of time. That'll be, if I get to the end of 2025, that will be a whole 6 months of cold turkey, no thrifting. But I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. Every month I ask myself, am I okay? Do I want to, like, break this, what I'm doing? And I'm like, right now I'm okay. I think I'm going to get through to the end of September. If I can do that, then I can say that I survived a whole quarter of the year without shopping. And again, it would be fantastic if I could get to the end of 2025, but I'm not going to like pressure myself. But it would definitely put me in a really good position, because I love that now in my storage unit, I can actually see space whenever I sell something. And it's not just because I pulled things out to donate. It's because I actually sold it down. And then when I share my closet, you know how you can see like how many listings you have. It's actually below 2,000. And for a while I was like above 2,000. So it's pretty awesome. I'm loving it. I feel like it's a breath of fresh air for me, because I have been shopping so hard for so long. It's just totally a lifestyle change for me to stop shopping for this long. So, but it feels good. I feel empowered. I feel like I've got self-control, and I feel like I'm not so tunnel visioned on fear of missing out, What am I missing today? So I'm doing pretty good, and I hope you guys are doing pretty good with your businesses as well. I wish you many, many sales also going into this fourth quarter. Again, I'm not doing haul videos now simply because I'm not hauling, but I will be back next month with another What Sold video to update you on, how my Poshmark and eBay are going. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to catch you in the next one.